What's going on, guys? This is CT, and it is 5:24 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah. So, okay. Yesterday, I've gotten Christopher Robin, and what happened is that I would have gotten him, but I don't think I would have completed the mission. So, I mean, what I had to do was definitely use my gems in order to accomplish that. And I'm pretty much done. Okay, I'm basically that's it. One interesting question that I have is that, okay, since I have three of these refresh, what happens if the next thing will come out? The next event, whenever that will be. Uh, would I still have at least three of these refresh tokens or not? Um, Probably not. I'm just going on a limb here. Probably not. The thing is, so this event was pretty cool. It was okay. It's just that, like, I mean, like around the second day, I started seeing like a lot of the point, on the leaderboards. I started seeing a lot of this thing, and look where I'm at compared to these guys, right? And I know, okay, this guy who's in fifth place right now. This person was in. He was in. This person was in. He was like around like in first to second place for about at least 2 days. As I can recall, and yeah, I don't recognize anybody else on here, but so yeah, that's just what happened. Um, but the thing is, I would like to get more characters, so that way I don't and to level them up, so that way I don't have to deal with any more like to stress on it too much, and I've actually gotten this one right here, and yeah, Fauna. I've actually gotten her, and I did a couple of their their missions. They were talking about something with that. Oh, okay, well, uh, Maleficent is behind all of this. What's happening and everything, and then you know, Merlin was happy about the whole thing because it takes like a toll off of him, out of the work he has to put into. And this thing, like, started to come about. So I'm about to get this, so that's all good news. I like that. Um, that's progress right there. And like after I was looking at this, I was looking at the other areas that might have this, and this is one of them, and this is another right here. So the thing, and I mean, I leveled up, a couple of characters and stuff in this game, and what happened was that I'm trying to get Minnie to like level 10. And she's been leveling up pretty quickly. I gotta say, I mean, it kind of felt like about a week or something, and that was it. So yeah, you're looking at all of that going on. I would like to try to get Pluto to level 10 as well. I mean, I have enough balloons to make that happen. Um, but right now, yeah, I'm just trying to get Sarge to level up. I think he's going on to level 9 right now. So, I'll have like the Toy Story characters right here to level 10, sooner or later. And yeah, so this was fun. I mean, this is not too bad. But the only thing that I am disappointed with myself, with my with my progress, is having to use these my gems, and that's the only thing that kind of disappointed me. But I was like, when I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, like when I was, especially when looking at the leaderboard, I was like, man, these guys are literally using their gems. I mean, and the thing is, I could tell that they were using, quite a bunch of them, because even though these guys are still going on, these guys are still going on and everything with the gems and whatever. I mean, the rewards doesn't really mean all that much to me though. It really doesn't. And I mean, if they're trying to like get this reward, whatever this thing is, it's like the Maleficent headpiece. I think that will be coming up like in a lot of these types of tower challenges. So, I'm not even worried about it. That's just the thing about it. Like I don't really care. The only thing is like I'd rather like get the prize character, the current prize character for whatever Disney or Pixar thing that they have, and that's it. But I think this is a good time to rest up and stuff, and yeah, I'm having a real tough time to try to get in to try getting Donald Duck, um Chip. Let's see where he is. Yeah, Chip is pretty much there. He's pretty much there, and I'm also trying to like level up the of course the Tangled characters, but like the thing is yeah, I got Maximus, he's actually higher, which is actually surprising. I thought Flynn or Rapunzel would have been higher level, but no. Anyways, that doesn't really matter as long as I'm leveling up. But sometimes when it comes to leveling up the characters, it's kind of like I don't know. You kind of feel a little hesitant at times because out of the amount of magic you have, out of all the stuff, out of your land, the spacing, how much land you have, all of that. It's just, yeah, it's just like that. That's just the thing. But yeah, the thing is, Christopher Robin, like dealing with Christopher Robin, it's been fun, and it is going to be a lot funny. It's going to be real funny because the thing is, like, okay, I'm still like at the beginning level, and with these characters trying to find Christopher Robin, and like imagine that would have happened, like, and he's right there. It's like they could be like walking, like literally walking past him, you know, like it's gonna be like, oh my god, man, are you serious? But yeah, I think that's like the feeling about it. I don't even know where he is right now. But it's kind of like how the story started and stuff. I don't know. It was something with okay, where well he's with Winnie the Pooh at one thing, and then like I think like this is what it is about the characters, because it was something about, I think it had something to do with Christopher Robin. He was in school or something. I believe so. I can't remember exactly, but the thing is, he it is funny, and the thing is, like, I haven't gotten that far into loving up the Winnie Pooh, Winnie the Pooh and Friends characters and stuff, but like I'm just making an educated guess here, is because like they would probably go like all throughout all their max level through their max level, um trying to find Christopher Robin. And that's, this is what's so funny about it, you know. um what else did I wanted to say? What else? Oh yeah, about the Christopher Robin film. That I saw it. I saw it around the time the event had started. What happened, like, I was really skeptical. Usually, when I go ahead and watch movies and everything, I rather have my own review of the film. Well, whatever it is, I rather have my own opinion and my own thing, like how I felt about this, from the way how the acting goes, from visuals, from all the whole nine out of that. Like whatever that goes on in the film, So for me, I was really skeptical about it, and what was cool was that like, you had Haley Atwell and uh, Ewan McGregor, like, in the same film, like, and I always wondered what they would be like, what a film would be like with both of them in it, and it was really good. I gotta say, I didn't expect it to, like how the story was. Yeah, because when reading up the story, the books and all that, and looking at the cartoon series and everything, I remember, like, it was kind of like, okay, well, Christopher Robin always came out from a tree to being like that, that 100-acre wood or something like that, right? And then, you know, it, and then you could tell in the trailer what happened is that you see Winnie the Pooh and his friends going into the real world. So they're out of that woodland area, and they're coming into this city and stuff like that. So the thing is, what's interesting is kind of like you kind of wonder, why is it they never took that, why they never did something like that. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool, because like how they had it, and that's one of the things that I liked about it, was that, okay, they took the initiative to, you know to go, because, I mean, they haven't seen Christopher Robin in a long time or whatever. It probably would have been pretty cool if they would have visited him into the real world when he was a kid. I mean, they always had that chance, but they never did that. They never took it. It was always like him going by um, going by them, and not them going by him. And this is and that was like one of the things I liked about it, because it was like, okay, you lost something, because the real world, it kind of does that to you, like, it has that sort of feel to, like, okay, well, to try to survive in the real world, and be successful, have a job, and whatever. The only like one of the things that I didn't think with Christopher Robin, now he didn't for me, he didn't seem like the type. Is that he was kind of like in the military or some shit like that. Uh, yeah, and but the only thing is like, from the whole plot, is like what I liked about it is because he needed to be reminded, to gain back that thing because, like to smile again, to think, whatever, to have some fun and whatever in his life. And the thing is, it was kind of like, as many family films, has been throughout the years. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Jingle All the Way or something, um, or even Liar Liar, it was kind of like that, films like that. And, so it's like, where like how his background is, where he comes from with that. It's like, you know, you're you're getting into the future in time and whatever. Like you're just talking about, okay, well, let's go ahead and be like, where would Christopher Robin be? As in, like, where would he be, right? And the thing is, with all of this, because he said something like, okay, well, he's never gonna ever forget them, and everything, but he has never visited them in so long, and that's why and you could basically tell all of that throughout the like watching the trailers. But one of the things, like, my disappointment was how they looked. Now, I mean, they were like, I didn't think that they were like toys or anything like that. Um, I didn't think that, and so yeah, I never really thought that they were like a bunch of toys or whatever, but they could have done a lot better. They could have had like a better look for, for like guys like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and all of them, like that, and that was my thing about it, because they weren't the height they're supposed to be, I mean. uh, Brad Garrett's the voice for Eeyore and stuff. That's kind of like a given, but it was really really cool. Hearing the like the old voices again, like what was it? What was his name? You know, the guy that the original voice. The original voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, like it was really good listening to that. It was, and it was really, so it kind of felt like old times, which was really good. And then the next thing you know, like, I don't know, like I gotta say that the cast, the voices and stuff like that was, all of that was really good. So there was no complaints to to what I had thought of, but hearing Jim Cummings' voice, again after all these years and stuff, that was really good. And the thing is, like, I was surprised by that, that they had him, and he was, and they kind of like, the thing is, they had like the personalities and stuff, and yeah, so I mean, you can't complain about that. But overall, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good film. I think everyone was really good. Um, and yeah, Ewan McGregor and Haley Atwell both had the it was really cool because I always wondered what would it be like for them to be doing a film together, and like this is like one of them, and I hope they do more films together because they seem to like work pretty good. um so yeah. And I mean, I would, in most cases for me, I would say go ahead and take the chance of seeing the movie and see for yourselves of what I'm trying to, like what I'm trying to talk about with this, because I'm not trying to like spoil anything. Um, but yeah, it's really good, and I would recommend you know watching it. It's just I'm still siding by what I didn't like about it, and that was how they looked. Like how like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger look and stuff. Because to me, I mean, yeah, they were anthropomorphic, but it was like I didn't think that they were like actual toys or something. They pondered a lot. They just were so curious about a lot of things and everything until like unless they were to experience it, you know, and that's what it was. So I mean, thinking about how okay, well, Christopher Robin is all growing up. He's a family man right now, and he's a family man living in London and stuff like that, and he's like working his ass off, and it's kind of like funny where you see like someone who has like Winnie the Pooh, like his personality and stuff like that comes into the picture and kind of gives him like a bit of a hard time because he can't, because he's like it's kind of like he's dealing with a child and everything, and that's just what's like funny about it, and because it's kind of like it's giving him a lot more work and stuff, so that's kind of funny as to what happened in the film. And yeah, I was, in most cases I was hoping, and like I was hoping uh for uh what's his name, Winnie the Pooh. I was hoping he would say like he would do like that Star Wars thing. He would quote that Star Wars scene where he's like the next Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he'd probably be like, "It's over, Christopher Robin. I have the high ground." That would have been actually funny though. I mean, I was hoping he'd say that, because that was going through my mind, if he would have said that, and I was wishing he'd say it, but he didn't. Um, Actually, you can make a meme out of that, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, the film was really good and everything, and I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it would be like screwed up. But yeah, for me it's like an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. That's it, for my kind of like for my ratings. So that's all. That's all. Um, and not many people know about this, but the guy Christopher Robin as the character is the character is after the creator's son. So it was like A. Milne, and then and then like what is it? His son was Christopher Robin Milne, and yeah, so yeah, that so I think, like, if I remember correctly, the real Christopher Robin, he died I think he was like in 94 or 96. I believe it was 96, sometime in like April of 96. So I don't know offhand, but I think that's what it is, around that time. And yeah. So yeah, the movie was a lot of fun. I kind of felt like happy that I went to see it. I wanted to take the chance and to see how this thing went. I mean, I can't, like, if somebody were to tell me to think, because this was like the first time I've actually have been really like hesitant to even see the movie, and to like try to like say, okay, well, I'll just wait for someone else's review of the film. And I don't know, like, there wasn't really that a lot of it, or anything. There really wasn't. But the thing is, like, yeah, it's just that you really would, sometimes you just gotta take the chance. But I didn't want to feel like ripped off or anything. I really didn't. And yeah, I I really did not want to like feel ripped off or anything. And some people did tell me to go see it, and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted, like, I wanted to hear from somebody who I went to school with, who's actually working in the game industry right now. Um, and yeah, he's doing like like environment design and stuff. That's like basically his specialty. That's one of like his main things. But around the time when he went inside the industry and stuff like that, he was basically doing lighting and everything like that. Which, you know, I mean, a job is a job. I mean, he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it. And then maybe later on when he's like promoted and all that stuff, he can do environment designs and everything. And I've seen it, and he's really, really that damn good at it. But anyways, I mean, instead of getting sidetracked, let's get back to this. Yeah, the film was really good, and but I never felt like hesitant, and that's just the thing. It's the first time I've actually felt so hesitant about it. First time. And and that's the thing. Like, I never thought I'd feel like that ever, to see it. I probably would have. Um, I probably would have seen it around the time when, like, if it would have come on Blu-ray or something, I probably would have seen it right there. But no. Like, I think I would have, like, probably regret the whole thing right there, like saying, I should have seen this movie in theaters. Like, I kind of felt like, um how it was for me when it came to the Big Hero 6. I mean, I seen the trailers and stuff like that, but I don't know. I didn't really like seeing that. It didn't really hit me and stuff like that. And I only waited until like it was available for everybody. You know, like it came out in Blu-ray or something. Like that's what I waited for. And yeah. But I hope, like in the future and stuff like that, you could see more of Ewan McGregor and like Haley Atwell films and stuff like that because they really did a good job. You know, they did it like I like how they connected and everything and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, the only question is like like it's what's next, and that's it. But yeah, everything has been good, and oh yeah. Am I enjoying Disney Magic Kingdoms? Yeah, I am. Would you like to rate? No. I'm sorry, that's just not my style. That's just not my style. I don't like that. I don't like doing that at all. Oh wow, she's gonna be real busy. Yeah, that looks really good. Anyways, that's it. Uh, Probably might do something later on and everything, and you know, and that's probably might do something later on. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like keep this like I was trying to keep this as short as possible, but I mean, you're talking about a lot of different things. A lot of things are just coming through your mind and everything, and it's just you might as well get it out there since it's pretty much related to all of this. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. This was a lot. This was a lot of fun, and yeah. So yeah, back to this. Yeah, if I didn't use my gems or anything like that, I wouldn't have been able to complete the last of this crystal, and I would have just I would have gotten the character, but I wouldn't have been able to complete it. And I never did actually complete it, so I just wanted to complete it at least, and everything. And then later on, hopefully I won't have this type of problem anymore. Oh, that's going for the same thing. Wow. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Off to go ahead and see another movie, The Meg, and that's it. So, I'll see you guys later.